This video is simultaneously redundant but also completely necessary if I don't want to sound like a babbling idiot. Back when the movie No Game No Life 0 came out in US theaters, I went and saw it and afterwards put out an unscripted ramble about my thoughts on it. That video is frankly hard to listen to, and I'm thoroughly embarrassed. That video got more views than my average video. So what this video is going to be is doing that again, but scripted and not wholly awful. If I can remember everything I talked about, that is. What, you expect me to go back and listen to that? Come now, that would take far too much effort and patience on my part. Oh, also, the movie's not out on Blu-ray yet, so I'm not quite sure how this video is going to be edited, but it's probably not going to be pretty. I'd be better off treating this more like a podcast. Also, spoilers. So, No Game No Life 0 is a good movie. It's one that plays with your expectations, as despite being called No Game No Life, there's very few games and a lot less fun that is the trademark of the show. From the promotional material and even the opening scenes, the movie sets itself up as being a war story with a romantic side plot, but what actually happens is a lot of the war scenes get skimmed over in favor of fleshing out the romance, which is weird since the war story is the event that set up the world of the series proper. Of course, I am generalizing a bit here since the war story and the love story are interwoven. The point is, one feels like it should be more important than the other, but it's not given as much focus as it should be. I recall that as being my main issue with the movie, which might not even be an issue if I rewatch it knowing what to expect. As for other complaints, I can only recall one major nitpick, that being how the movie handles a glorified cameo from Jibril. If that's even how you pronounce that goddamn name. Jibril is an important character from the series, and she's not in most of this movie until at some point, about 2/3 of the way into the movie, she just shows up out of nowhere and kills the main girl. This is jarring, because up until this point in the movie, there's been no indication whatsoever of her presence, and then she just pops up and ruins everyone's day. I don't have a problem with her killing the main girl. I take an issue with her doing that after showing up out of nowhere because she wasn't in the rest of the movie. This issue could have easily been resolved if she was just introduced earlier. And that's all the complaints I can remember. Otherwise, I like the movie. Tonally, it's a complete departure from the series, but that works to the movie's benefit. The opening scene sets the grim stakes the characters have to live with on a day-to-day basis, which works as a great hook and tone setter. The visuals have a much bleaker aesthetic than the series, which was known for its bright and vibrant color palette, and these new visuals work as a complement to the film's darker tone. Oh, and something I forgot to mention last time, a complete lack of fan service. Fan service was an let's say, infamous part of the series, to the degree that it's turned many people off from it. And surprisingly, it's almost entirely absent from the movie. That was both unexpected and pretty great. This is a movie that tries to take its whole war story seriously, and fan service would only have gotten in the way of that, so I'm glad the movie recognized that and ditched that element. It was far better off for it. And, yeah, that's all I got. Really didn't need to ramble about it for 18 minutes, that was excessive. In conclusion, I actually really feel the need to rewatch this movie now. Too bad it's not out yet. It's good, very different totally from the series, but that helps it to carve out its own identity. If you like the series, you'll probably like this movie, and even if you didn't, it's different enough that you might find something in it to enjoy. Thanks for watching Day 8 of 21 Days of Anime 2017. Today was number 24 on this list, No Game No Life 0. Tomorrow, we get gay. In the meantime, don't check out my other stuff, it's not worth it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you then.